Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Pit Block Lights, it's that time once again. And of course, what that time is the quarterly wing thing. And we've got 11 wings this time out. We've got from the, so we have a lot of doubles this time. So the hot one is from the hot ones, is from number 1 and is also number 11, the final sauce. We've got both from Smokin Ed. We've got the classic chili maple and the XXX last dab. We also have 2 sauces of the year candidates, the Volcanic Autumn Blaze and Adoboloco's Jalapeno Chico. And we've got 2 that are not on the Hot Ones show, which is the Samyang Buldak and the, again, Volcanic Peppers Autumn Blaze. So, quite a few. I don't think I've ever had 2 Sauce of the Year candidates in one of these before. So that is definitely new. I try to get a little something new into every single one of these. And I changed my methodology a little bit this year, just because my fridge space. That's why my fridge space is a little low, a tad low. So again, I've not had a single one of these wing things where I've liked every single sauce. I've come close. I've come really close, and I don't know. So we have a couple wild cards. New to this time are the Dawson 7-pot Zuzu and the Autumn Blaze. I didn't name them out. I should maybe do that. So hot ones, as I said, classic chili maple, followed by the Volcanic Autumn Blaze, followed by the Crabby Shack Zesty lemon pepper, followed by the Dawson's Zuzu 7-pot, followed by the Djablo Power Jab, followed by, I did have this, by the way, on seafood. So I did get that done from the last time I think we talked. I was going to do that. Then we have the Buldak Samyang. This, I don't know if this is going to appear in any further of these. Probably, if I had to guess, I would say most likely the, definitely the Autumn Blaze one. This one might not, because I'm thinking I want to make some, so I found these things called Korean crack eggs or something like that. They're basically a marinated hard-boiled egg. And I want to give that a whack, trying that out. So I'm going to make them up, see how that goes, but I probably am going to add some of this to it as well, because the ones I've seen don't look like they're particularly spicy. I could add smoked habanero flakes though too, but I am really curious to see what this would do. Yeah, it'd be delicious. But I might make it with, and I might make it without. I'm not entirely sure as of yet, but this is, I have to actually restrain myself from getting more of that, or I'm just never gonna finish out these sauces. All right, there's the old power jab. And I don't think I'm not gonna run any of these bottles out for this one. So a lot of these may be appearing in another wing thing or so. I'm still trudging along with the last dab. I've got that and the Reaper edition. This is probably, it was my favorite sauce last time. I'll be really surprised if it doesn't wind up being my favorite sauce this time. This is just a magnificent concoction on chicken in general, but it is lovely on wings. It is so good. All right, we've got, what is this here? The Hellfire Detroit Bourbon. We'll have that. Up next, and this, I would say this is probably going to be one of the more medium spicy wing things I've done, but it's hard to say because we're still more or less in summer right now. And summer, I just wind up with my tolerance just being driven super low. Boy, there's a lot less of this than I thought there was. This is one I had to actually stop myself from using because I liked it so much. The Adoboloco Jalapeno Chico. It's got this one for sure. Maybe, I imagine there will be at least one more out of this. Maybe for the Q4 wing thing. Here's one I haven't had in a while. The Volcanic Thor's Hammer. There are two, I can't remember if I mentioned that. There are two Volcanic Pepper sauces as well. The Autumn Blaze and this, which is Thor's Hammer. I haven't had Thor's Hammer for a while. It'll be nice to reunite with this one. Still got a few of these left. At least one more. Probably, I don't know if I have more than that, but at least one more. So I mentioned my fridge took a shit and died in January of this year. On the, I can't remember if I mentioned it in the videos as much, but I definitely mentioned it in the blog. And of course, the link to that is available in the description down below, where I have lots of sauce reviews. Well over 600 at this point. It's kind of funny, you start getting that many and everybody's like, well, how long do you keep doing it? How far are you going to go? And, the answer to that is, okay, we got this one crusting up. I'm going to go clear the neck on this one. I'll be right back. Anyway, my answer is always the same. That I will do it until I'm not interested in doing it anymore, or I run out of sauces, whichever comes first. And a lot of that really depends on the outlets. The different places that I go to get sauces. If I run out of stuff that they have that I want to, we're starting here with the hot ones. Chili maple. Excellent sauce. Anyway, if those outlets are out of sauces, I want to do, then, maybe I have to go to the manufacturer directly. The issue I have there is that a lot of manufacturers, outstanding sauce. This is the, wait, is this the Autumn Blaze? No, it's not. What is this? Oh, there's the Autumn Blaze. This must be the Crabby Shack. But, it gets challenging because I'm a little bit content brained. Oh my God. Oh wow. Samyang is going to have competition. This is so good. Oh man. That Autumn Blaze is a dynamo of a sauce. This is one that I've actually bought again. You know, and there's the thing is, you know, being content brain, I look at these, I'm like, okay, so will I pay $10 or more for bottle sauce? If I can make content with it, sure. But if it's something I've already done, then that transaction is a whole lot less appealing. When for that same $10, I can maybe get a video out of it. And as long as I'm making content, I need things to make content on. Crabby Shack, lovely as usual. Okay, we're up to the Zuzu 7-pot. I'm a little iffy on this one. I don't dislike it. But so that sambuca and the fennel, where we kind of have that licorice aspect, is a tad off-putting, if I'm being honest. Probably should have put this one on this side. That is actually hotter than, that was a pretty big jump for the Crabby Shack to that. All right, this is the power jab. I was thinking about doing that, actually, doing one of these where it's every other one, and I do a relatively mild one, and a hot one, and a mild one, but I switched brands again. I probably shouldn't have. Anyway, with the really hot ones, you can get bitter fatigue on your tongue, and then you start missing the flavors of the lesser hot ones. Obviously, that depends a lot on the flavor and your tolerance, but there's some videos that I've had where you can see I'm burning at the end, and I'm like, I was gonna do this other sauce, but I'm not gonna do it because I can't taste anything. Generally, that's at a really high level of extracts and stuff. Samyang Buldak. That's so good. That is so good. But yeah, this is the best sauce here for these so far. Iron Blaze was really good though. With this, man, they just have this dialed in. I love that sauce. I'm starting to appreciate it more and more. as time goes on. Kind of need a new one of those. Okay. Hellfire Detroit. Bourbon Habanero Ghost. This one's still really just kind of okay-ish for me. Okay, oh yeah, the Adoboloco Jalapeno Chico. Well, yes indeed. Oh my God, that's so good. Some of these have been absolutely delicious. This being one of them. Wish the other brand would have been on sale. Right. Whew. Okay. Getting up there. Thor's hammer. Excellent sauce. Very punchy. Ha! Been a while. All right. Butterfly Bakery. Taco vibes only. Oh boy. Oh, hot. Whew. Usually I try to punch my tolerance up by the time I do one of these. This time I didn't. Oh, wow. All right. Last jab, triple X. Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta cut my lip. That's nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, I've got a good bit of sweat going. I've got a little bit of eye watering, but oh, it's going right into my eye too. Right down the mask. But overall, realistically, that is one of the tamer ones I've done. So I didn't dislike anything. These are the 7 I liked. I really liked. These are the 4. This time I was more ambivalent towards. I was a lot more neutral towards these 4. I didn't dislike any of them, to be sure, but I think it's... Some of these were just really, really good. Like the Autumn Blaze was fantastic. Samyang Buldak, just tremendous. Adoboloco Jalapeno Chico, another stunner. None of these were bad per se, though. But I don't, you know, there's always... Some of these I just wound up liking. They're just a little bit better than this time out. And, like, sometimes stuff will just strike me differently, depending on when I have it. So, yeah, there's going to be some changeover with a lot of these. Some of these are not very long. For this world, this is low, this is low. This is going to be here next time. This may or may not. It just depends on how much it takes to do that, to do the marinated eggs thing. This one I'm not sure about. This one, probably 2 more. This one, 1, maybe 2. Probably more like 1. This one is 2, so 2. Probably 2. Probably 2. Maybe 1. This one I am going to run one more time because I just am not sure about this one. But it might just be 1 and then that's it. This one has got at least 2, maybe 3. This one's still got quite a bit. This one's at least 2, maybe 3. We'll see. I still have more of the Reaper edition as well. So no shortage of last dabs. I might get to the experience at some point. Just because I had such a backlog for almost all of this year again. I really kind of put the Hot Ones project on the back burner. And I changed the way I do it because it was just like all these sauces just taking up a lot of space in the fridge. So I did modify a little bit how I'm doing that. So a lot of these probably will be in the next one as well. But there will be at least 1 new one a quarter. I'm committing to 1 new sauce a quarter. More than that, I don't know. But at least 1 until I get caught up more on my backlog. These are still really fun to do, though. If I ever do get caught up to the point where I'm out of Hot One sauces to do, I'm going to miss doing this. I still might, who knows, maybe I'll just keep it going with different sauces. But not every sauce I want to have wings on. And for this, I try to include as many Hot Ones as possible while the show is going because, you know, people are interested in the Hot Ones show and the sauces. And Like there's no, I don't know, like any overstating just the influence that show has had, but this is still, I really encourage everyone to do this. This is a lot of fun to just try a litany of different sauces, and you don't necessarily even have to do hot sauces. You could just do like barbecue for some, or maybe a honey mustard or something. If I have one that I think will fit in here, maybe I'll throw one of those. I have from time to time. I have thrown one of those in as well. I try to get more variety, and it just is, this is kind of the way it's shaken out to be. A lot of these I only use for this. I do use a couple of these here and there out for different specific stuff outside of these videos, but for the most part, once I kind of get a feel for the sauce, I just want to keep it. I want to keep it for a big quarterly thing. So, but definitely, again, the overwhelming majority is super flavorful. And these three, I definitely like better of this group than this one. This one's really a question mark for me. Just that Sambuca, that licorice, is just really throwing me off. And I'm not a huge fan of licorice, so I might do this one more time, and then and there's not a whole ton of it left. There's probably 2 or 3 of these left in here. I'm only gonna, we'll see if it doesn't improve by the next time I have this. If I don't like this a lot better in the next wing thing, this one's probably gone. Which, of course, will be quarter 4 for 2025. Anyway, though, like I said, I encourage everyone to try to do this, and it's always enjoyable, no matter what. And we'll just leave it right there for this time. So that was the quarter 3 2025 wing thing. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.